Where am I, and where did I eat? Was it eaten, or was it eaten? Was it seen, or was it sown into the ground, to be born from the ground up? Are we seeds? Are we swimming as a school of fish? Are we ducklings? Are we ewes, or just being used? Which child of which animal? Do we come from a flock? Do we run like a herd, and nothing was heard, and so much was seen, we all became blind? To scratch. A. Christ. I. Christma. Christmas. S. Chaldean is I. A is I. A is one of the holy, because it goes around, it goes outward, and it becomes the totality of its circumference inside the diameter of the crisscrossing of all sides, because the diameter says completely to one side and across to the other, crossing through my heart. Do not cross my heart. I do not hope to die, because I am not a phobia or a phobos. I do not carry out the game of the cube. I carry out the game of one. I am one. I am one of two, of which in between my two life of I am E. I am E, and I am A, so therefore I am F. I am F is 9 birth. I am I of D, which is in the family of DE, connecting the angle, in which the angle becomes the Pontiac Indian. And when we design, if I can get this on paper, okay, when we take the letter D and we thrust forward with the letter D, then we cut down. This is the Greek D. Why? This is home plate. We added on 11. We can cut off and remain desperately Greek. This is desperately Greek. We turn the book to the side, and you can see he's holding it up. It is his eye, or he's holding it up with his arms. We're going to turn it back this way. So what is D? D is a tie-up of D of its letter, Eddie. Eddie knows, because Eddie knows with the letter N. So we take the letter N and we cross it down to the bottom. Okay? We cross it down to the bottom. There's two ways to look at it. We must go 1, 2, 3, all the way down to 4. Now we just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we take the N, we go to the top. Okay? Now if you take the cross to the top, now if we don't have any of this art, we've got to have this artwork, because without this artwork, okay, am I missing part of the light? I think some of the light is not coming in here. It's a little bit better. We're taking this artwork, and from here to here, this line crisscrosses and creates within, right over here. Okay? This is 2. Why do we go 2? Because this is 2 to the heart. So we must understand 2 to the heart of every dimension. But we're placing the letters, so things will be cut off all around it. So we take it all the way down, and we draw it all the way up. Do you see the Pontiac image sign? You see the Pontiac image sign? We're going to just connect 2 balls over here. Okay? This is the Pontiac image sign right in here. This is the image. This is the sign. Within this sign, we will now create the 5-point star, but I'm not going to go to that level. DE, okay, and the family, okay, we're looking at 2 here only. You see only 2? We're not going 4, because this 4 is on the angle. We're allowed to go on this angle, but we can't do it over here. We can't cross over 2 here to the difference of this, because this is not the same as this. This is 2 over and 2 down. 135 of 45 degrees, and 135 equaling to 111, right? 180. So we got the 2 here, and we draw up the 1 here and the 2 here. Okay, that's why we can make the E this way, but we would most likely end up doing this. Okay, because the point would be over here, and then we're making a complete duplication. Don't forget, 3 times whatever number, let's choose 9. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 by 7 is 21. Is 27. Okay, there we go again. 3 by 2 is 6. 3 by 7 is 21. 21 and 6 is 27. 3 times 27 is 81. 3 by 9 is 27. Always the artwork and the numbers are the same. Okay? Now we might rotate into different languages, but they're the same because their principles are the same. They're in different worlds. In one world we say, okay, that's it. D's up. There is no D. Of course there is. There's ED, there's AD, there's ID, there's OD, there's UD, there's ICD. It's all a play. If it cannot riddle, and it cannot poet, and it cannot play in a song, then it must go somewhere else. It has to have a relation. It belongs somewhere. Wherever that somewhere is, don't forget, it could be the end of the line. Could be the end of the line. I'm standing here. Are you looking at me or are you looking around me? What if you're not looking at me at all? That's the only way out. Either you're looking at me or you're looking around me. Is there any more than that than this? My perception, what I do here and what I did in the last 6 minutes, it's nothing. What did I do? What in the world? You came in here, we started with something. I said the word scratch, there's only one vowel. I said the word Christ, there's only one vowel. There's another word I wanted to mention in this, and it's not Neanderthal. There's another one that has one vowel in it. I have to find it. Where is it? Wow. Imagine that. It was a big, I think it's here. No, it's not here. Can I keep looking for it? What I'm looking into right now is running into the back wall. There's one back wall, but how much is in between? Depending on which way you're going, is there always a wall? Is there something you want to do that you cannot do? It is to own the entirety of everything. But every time you do something, you can only own everything of who you are, but you can never own somebody else. It doesn't work. You are who you are, or you join, or you leave. You cannot have everything. You can only have what you get. What you don't get is everything that you had tried for. Is there anything you tried to get that you could not get? And one of the primary ways for a prime number to enter is to REM sleep. When you close your eyes, what can't you get? Can you not get the concept of the thought in your own perception that what you have is yours and the question you never asked is something that is missing and it should never frustrate you? Because should there be a question higher than who am I? How do I fit into the system? And how can I live forever? And after you answer all that and you hear some of the things is the only way to survival is to love, and to understand what the love is it's when two cubes come together, 21 and 21 equals to 42. In order to love, you meet at the third cube. But now wait, you change to this cube. You change to this cube. You invert each other, go back into each other's house, you've duplicated exactly who you are, now you're the three cubes together. Together and apart. 8, 8, 8. 2 and 5 equals to 7. 1 and 6 equals to 7. You see 6, 5, 2, 11. 1, 2, 5, 8, 19. You are the sun. L and L. LL on two sides. If you go through the center and a crack and you go to the left and the right, it's LL. And then from the top, inside, it's LL. But then that becomes the U. You see the outside chopping block of this that goes this way, that creates the L. The same thing on the other side, total is 24. But when you turn it to the inside, they connect together, they become the U. U up, it becomes 7 up because you turn the L inside, the two links come together. And when they go down, this becomes 7 down, or now you see 7 up. Because the two U's, the U goes down, but this is no good. If the U goes down, it becomes an N. So we turn it all around one more time, and this, coming these two around this two, and then down this line, That becomes Y, because U went up and Y went down. The difference between the two is I had to pass between 21 and 21. Abba, Father, on both sides. Here, no one home. But this is my heart. I get to decide all on my own. And what did I do all on my own? I became friends with everybody else that thought they knew it all and knew nothing at all, and now we're living in a trap. The taxes are going up. You can't do anything about it. All you get to do is vote. But it doesn't matter which side you voted for the last 500 years. I, the people, have never went 50-50 on anything. It's always been 10% for the people and 90% for I, the people, because I was voted in for all the people. I get to make the choice for all the people. I am the only one. And because you voted me, because you, the loving people, voted me, I am going to give you everything you ask, above and beyond. But whatever is out of my control is not because of me. Is because the people that did not vote for me, the other 50%, is all against it. Now we're in a battle. And I'm in between, and I'm going to try real hard. It seems like I, the people, always seem to win. The minority into the majority of the minority of the majority, always winning. Because all the people who see that it didn't go their way, they're always losing. When it doesn't go all their way, they're losing. When it goes the other person's way, they're winning. So it's one side or the other side, and it's always 50-50. Couldn't be more fair than that, right? No one got anything at all. We took a little bit extra for trying, right? The cost we have to pay for life. So the taxes go up. How does a tax go up? Inflation can go up. Everything can go up. But how does a tax go up? If you're taxing on inflation, then the inflation rate should pay for everything equally to the amount of money you have given out. How is it possible that a tax can go up? If you take 1% tax, okay, anywhere, and bring our money back 100 years when we were getting paid 5 cents to the nickel, or how much are they getting paid in the cheapest country in the world? What is the minimum rate inside of money? Do you want to go 10 cents to somebody? $1 a day? Okay. I'm going to tax you 10% on that dollar. You give me 10 cents. Is that good? To run society is supposed to get the best prices on the market and not the highest prices on the market. So now we're working at an average of $15 to $18 an hour, but let's take that 10 cents an hour to $20 an hour just to be fair, removing all the elite that surpass a normal salary, which would be 25 to life, of course. You can't take any more money than 25 to life. What does it mean, 25 to life? Well, 25 years plus 20, 20, 20. 60 and 20 is 85 years. Here's a matrix. 2, 5, 8, 4, 5, 6. Why do I rumble with that number? Because you only need one number of the fox, one number of the spirits. But it takes 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6, 8 and 9, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6, you get 40. Plus 1/2, you get 60. Plus 25, you get 85. That's it. No more, don't ask any questions. So that's what they get. So we have $20,000, okay? $20 an hour. And we're going to still take the 10% because since monopoly came out 60 years ago, it's the same story. $1,500, okay, and 10% of your mind, or 200, or 20 times 10, because of JT, to come back around again. 10, 10, 10. Obviously, 10, 10, 10. So now we have 10% of $20. Now he's getting $2 tax. First it was 10 cents. Now it's $2, 20 times the amount. Why did the tax go up? Why are we taxing higher? The understanding of commerce, of banking, what the money is, who is we are the people, How should we rate we are the people? Exactly how we should rate the earth, eternally. We plant the seed, we take care of it according to the irrational elements, and the seed grows into whatever feeding the number of people are here. So everything that should increase should have to increase according to the numbers of life of the planet, not for people life. Now there's obviously implications. We're building, we're putting up jails, we're putting police on the road and security. It's like we couldn't secure ourselves, so we gave it away to a service. We bought a service, okay? We bought a service. So you see what happened? We gave it away ourselves. We gave it away ourselves, letting things happen. We didn't revolt. It was our brothers and sisters from the past. But you know what? I'm 50 years old. I'm with you guys. I fell into that same hole. I believe that same hole. Every time I went to school, it was the same hole. I couldn't get, it was just really funny for me in school because, like, that's the way it was. Like, is that the true story? I really never asked it, but I was always trying to look for something a little bit different. A little bit different. Just a little bit different. You know, since I began this project, I'm just going to go through this real quick before my video shuts down. And before I began this project, excuse me, it may shut down. So thank you very much from wherever I am in between. Another thing I was going to do in one of my videos is 4 languages, 4 different ways to say one, 4 different ways to say colors of the pool game, different reflectors and light. I watched a video on light and reflectors. They showed you how they can change the color of the sky with reflectors and diffusers. We did the letter D with the letter R. If you take a look at it, the D with the letter underneath it, the N, but the N looks like a V, the first part of it, so it changes the D and the V and the N. D over N equals the Pontiac Indian, which equals to the V, which equals to the D, which is the 11 to extend, which makes the letter DR. And if you turn it this way, okay, if you take a look at it, it's actually supposed to say 70. 70. A house here and a house here. Okay, these houses are the same thing on the roulette board, which is, you see that design on the floor, right? You see that design there? That's the roulette board in one formation. You have to do a lot of things to that, and I don't have the equipment, and I still have to learn what there is to do, but there is quite a bit I can show you. Thank you very much, Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. You will never forget. You will never forget. You will never forget. And you will see when you remember. And it will be all soon. 2016. Countdown. Because the minute we hit the 31st at 9 o'clock at night, the actual reality is, okay, we're still 3 parts of a day away because of the leap year. But the leap year has been moved forward on us. We've been counting backwards. They added 1 or 2 years to the calendar before we started because of 00, 1000, and 2000, all the zeros we began. Since we began on 1 on the first 0, all we have to do is remove 1 more day for the other zeros. So it's the countdown of the new. When you come into the leap year, you're not adding on for the last 3 years, you're adding on for the next 4 years. Do you understand? The minute they add on that 1 day, that's for the next 4 years, not for the last 4 years. So try and see if you can just understand it that way. And any way you understand it, let me tell you one thing. You ask me a question, you tell them, you ask, we ask. As long as we're communicating and sharing, we all must expand the vision. With 1,000 people, in 60 days, we can have 1 billion visions intertwined between us. And all we have to do is say one thing and double it up every single day until we hit 10. So let's start right away at 10 to explain itself, 10,000 to start. Give me 60 days of 10,000. You get 600,000, but we're doubling it up. 6, 1.2 million, 2.4, 48, 96, 10, 20, 40, 80, 163, 20, 640, 1.2 billion, and we haven't even reached the final point. I think there was one more. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Tons of letters in here. Tons of letters in there.